Hey, good evening. This is Brandon with Premier Racing Setups. We're going to be doing some laps here at Autoclub Speedway. This is a really good and really fun track to race at. It's unfortunate that the NASCAR schedule no longer carries this track, but hey, it lives on in iRacing, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so that's a hot lap here at Auto Club. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in kind of to the tutorial phase of the video. Coming into turn one, the braking zone is going to be between the 3 and the 2 mark. When you're in traffic, you'll probably likely need to back this corner up. You will notice right away that we are shifting. The differences from the last time we were here is that we had gear selection of our choosing. But this time we do not. So we are limited to what's available to us. With that being said, in the corners, I feel like it's a little better to shift. Going through turn one, there's bumps all over this racetrack. It's horrible. This car hates the bumps, but you got to keep the rear end under you. As soon as you enter down into the corner, what I'm really trying to aim for here is to try to split this seam and use a little bit more banking. It kind of keeps the car wedged into the corner. You'll notice that I'm bouncing all over the place in the corner. There's not a lot to do about that. And then the next aim point here is going to be just at the caution light or just after it. If you're over here by this Auto Club Speedway sign, you are probably going to hit the fence. In traffic, this corner can be kind of a mess because it's always jam-packed with cars. So and it's kind of a pack style race, so just beware of that. All right, so right here, I'm putting my left side tires on this seam. You'd kind of want to stay away from the wall because of the wall drag, so you want to try to maintain as much speed as you can. But you'll notice down here at the end of the straightaway, there's a crap ton of bumps right there. So all through here, there's just bumps everywhere. So be very mindful of that. Car will bottom out and everywhere else. So you want to get past the bumps, and once that happens, you can lift and then downshift. Early in the run, you probably won't need to use a lot of brake. I would use brake if you're in the draft 100% of the time. It saves the tires. And this corner, you want to get to the bottom. Now with this corner, because it's a long sweeping corner, if you think about like Homestead, if you apex the corner early and you get on the gas and the car's, the back end is loose, you will slide off this corner. So you can kind of see I've got my wheel a little bit to the left and I'm trying to drift it up towards the wall. This probably makes it seem a little bit more exaggerated than it actually is. But what people will tend to do is they'll come through that corner and they will slide up the wall and spin out. Especially late in the run, you'll heat up the tires a lot, and you're very subject to wrecking or being side drafted and sliding into another car. For passing here, passing on the top lane is extremely effective. Passing on the bottom here, you're going to get side drafted, a lot like Pocono or like Indy, a lot of these other tracks, these bigger tracks where aero really matters. It really matters here too. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're trying to set up a pass. You kind of want to work the car on the outside or from the outside position. Late in the run, it's pretty viable to run up in the high lane. I would probably try to stay somewhere, if you look at my mouse, somewhere in this lane right here. Any further up than that, you could slide up and hit the fence. If you do that here, you are going to be really screwed. It's really hard to maintain momentum if you hit that wall at this type of racetrack, given the draft and all that. If somebody takes the bottom and you take the top, they're already going to beat you on entry, and then if you hit the wall, now you're going to lose them on exit. So I'm going to let this lap finish, and then I'm going to play another lap. Now on the backstretch, you can either shift or not shift. It's kind of your preference. If you're in the draft, you're going to have to shift. If you're solo, you'll chip towards the end, but you don't need to shift if you don't want to. Actually missed my shift right there. So I want you to watch my wheel through this corner. Trying to keep the wheel straight, like as in not moving. Right, so I made that entire corner with keeping the wheel in the same position. So you don't want to oversteer the front tires. Straight exit. Get away from the wall. Let the car come up the hill. There. That's how you want to exit that corner. You do not want to oversteer the car and slide the rear tires. Okay. That is a couple laps here at Autoclub. We appreciate you being a customer of ours. Just remember, we have 2 builders, 2 setup packs, $15 a month subscription. Best deal in iRacing for the next gen car. Good luck out there and enjoy this week.